Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Jess.
And I'm Dharma.
And today we're talking about social media. So, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, the first topic at hand today is a question that we asked both in our survey as research, but also our friends in class. And that is, how do you think social media is affecting today's society? Is it a positive or negative way, and why? So, we asked, obviously, of course, we asked Gracie because she's very opinionated. You know Gracie from our previous podcasts.
LGBTQ plus and feminism.
From Lavender Podcast. So here's what Gracie had to say. So she said, I think although social media gets a bad reputation in today's society, especially in the way media is, however, I personally think that there is a lot of positives from social media. I think it can help with loneliness if you struggle with face-to-face socialization. And as well as this, it can help people feel more part of a community. So, bear with me a second. I think that is really good. And obviously I had to edit it a bit because I didn't realise she didn't type it grammatically correct. But I think that is very accurate in the fact that it is very helpful in ways like that. And I think going on from this, obviously Jess's, your opinion that I got from you.
Yeah.
It was the longest out of all four of them I got.
I'm just a very opinionated person, but I would never be able to repeat it.
You said, I think it really depends on how people are using social media as to whether it is good or bad. I think that is drastically decreasing our ability to interact properly with people, but it's very good if you are contacting friends and family that are in places that are not easy to get to or contact. I think the major downside is that people... is that it's so anonymous. There is a great opportunity for people to abuse and say things that they would never say to someone's face, and then this has led to many people not being able to cope. Also, everything on social media is so fake, it is almost impossible to tell what is real anymore, and this leads to young people having a major body image issues. I apologise for the bad wording of that, because that is both the fact that I can't read and just can't type.
I type fast and I don't spell check.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Femazzle, if you follow my Instagram.
Femazzle. That's a long story, I'm not going to go into that. But I'm just going to hit...
Late night working.
I'm just going to carry on and just read the other two that I've got. So we got someone else from my class, Alex. He literally just said depends on what you're using it for, which I couldn't agree more with, to be honest.
There's like the short, sweet answer that everyone needs.
Yep, and then my sister said negative is forcing an image onto young people that ends up contributing towards eating disorders, mental health, physical health, verbal and cyberbullying. There is never really any positive headlines. The majority of it is bad. I 100% agree with this.
I've just remembered. My mum was telling me about the news headline that came up on Tuesday. Must have been Tuesday. And do you want to know what the headline was?
What?
Social media is now being discredited for being a major influence on teen suicide.
I want to punch someone in the face.
I know, I was so angry at that. I was like, that's ridiculous.
That's
There's
stupid.
no way that's actually... But it's actually gone through as a thing. That social media is not being counted as an issue towards teen suicide anymore. I'm very upset by that.
I am very upset by that. And the fact that I have a perfect example that links in with that. So my example is a film that was released in 2011, I believe. Bear with me 1 second. Where is it? Yeah, Cyberbully, 2011. So, the film tells the story of a teenage girl who is bullied online and tried to end her life because of this. After the attempt, with support of her friends, I'll say friends actually, with the support of her family and a support group, we'll go on to friends in a minute. The teen decides, obviously, once she starts settling back into a normal routine of like going back to school, getting out of the house type thing, she decides to confront the people and try and find the people behind the bullying and make them feel for what they've done. And it actually turns out that it was her best friend that had set up the fake profile of a boy that she got talking to.
Yeah.
Type thing. And was kind of the reason behind it all. And it was also that friend that saw the teen post a video saying, she was crying, like she was like, okay, so you got what you wanted, I can't do this anymore type thing.
Yeah.
And then it was her that realised, like, she called the teen's mum saying, like, I think she's going to do something, I think she's going to try and kill herself.
Yeah.
And so it might not be the most it's one of those films that's very good in the fact that it shows a very accurate story of cyberbullying and the effects it can have, because you know, this teen tried to kill herself, tried to take a bunch of pills and end her life because of everything that happened online, and the fact that her mum didn't really have a clue what was going on as such.
Yeah.
But then it was also a fact of one of the worst things about the film that has been said, and I both like it but dislike it, because she's obviously, her friend gets to the house and was like, where's your sister, to her brother type thing, and just races past the brother, because the brother also hacked into her account and said something as well, which also led towards it, type thing. So the brother feels bad about it, the friend feels bad about it, and she bursts into the bathroom as the teen's trying to get the lid off the bottle. And this is the bit that people like but also dislike. It's the line she says is, I can't get the cap off. Which I think is quite stupid in the fact that someone like that, it's a serious topic and you're just going, I can't get the cap off. But I think it's also quite important because the fact that she's trying to.
I think it's more leaning towards when you're, I can't put any other words to it, but when you're in a frenzy and you're in that sort of state, you do struggle to just do the simplest things because you're trying to rush. You just want to die. You don't want to be able to have to deal with anything.
So like, I both like it and dislike it in the fact that it is accurate as such as, you know, she's at that stage where she has the pills in her hand, and as she's fighting with her friend, they go everywhere, and she kind of screams and breaks down like, why would you do that, type thing, and she completely breaks down as her mum arrives and just breaks down in her mum's arms, and you know, she gets sedated and taken to the hospital. But I also don't like it in the fact that it's quite patronising, condescending. It makes it seem like it's not real. Because it's just like, oh, she couldn't even kill herself properly because she couldn't get the lid off the cap. Like,
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. And I think, I both agree with it and disagree with it. But overall, the film was very good. I can't remember why I actually watched it. I think it's mainly because the main character is Emily Osment. I think that's how you say her name, or Osmond, who is Lily from Hannah Montana. And I was actually looking at bullying. And I really like the film. Like, it is so, like, heart-hitting, because the song they use as she's trying to kill herself is Breathe Me by Sia. And they get to, like, the really deep bit of the song. And, you know, it's like, help, I've done it again, yada, yada, yada. And it's just, it's so powerful. It's so powerful.
Do you want me to go into an example I have found?
Yeah, go for
it. So my example is The Circle. It's a Netflix film.
Oh, I have that. My dad gave it to me.
I love that film. That film's amazing.
My dad gave it to me. Well, I remember, because when we first, very way back, you know, months ago, when we started talking about topics and we brought up social media, he went, oh yeah, The Circle's a good one to talk about. It's got Emma Watson in it. And I'm like, okay. And it's not, I remember that today. As it came up again, I was like, oh, that's a good example. Yeah, sorry, carry on. I haven't actually seen it.
I have. It's amazing. You should watch it. It's got Karen Gillan in it as well. She was one of the Doctor's companions. Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, before I start, the film it makes you think about how real this could be within the next 10 years, I'm going to say.
From the description I got, I don't even think it's 10 years. It could be it could be next month, it could be next year. Like,
in the next few years, it's that scary. But the overview, I'm going to ruin the film again, is that it's about this girl, I never remember the names.
May Holland.
It's about May Holland.
Portrayed by Emma Watson.
She gets offered a job at a social media company, and one of the first things she finds out is you have to have a social media account and you have to be active. It was very frowned upon when people that she worked with found out that she didn't have an account. That was the first big thing. Then it's kind of like, okay, so you're going to live here now as well as work here. Which she was initially like, no, I want to stay at home, because her dad had MS?
Multiple sclerosis. MS. I think.
So
I wouldn't be sure on that, but we'll just go with that.
I'm pretty sure it was MS. So she was like, no, I want to stay at home, but she does eventually move there. And then as she's living there, she kind of gets more pulled in with everything that's going on. And she goes to see an old friend who makes chandeliers out of antlers. And she obviously posted it online, and there was a massive backlash, which eventually ends up getting her friend killed.
Right.
And she feels so guilty about that she basically goes and tries to kill herself, but she gets saved by the cameras that are set up by this company.
Yeah.
And she decides to wear a camera to say, look, I'm going to be open. This obviously gets bigger. She finds out about the guy who created the company, and that the two guys that are running the company now are hiding information. So they do this big thing of like, oh, we're just gonna make privacy not exist anymore.
Yep.
Which is a scary thought. And to do this, they're like, we're gonna open all our email accounts, all our this, that, and the other. So May comes on stage and goes, okay, we're gonna put cameras on you two, and now we're gonna open your secret email accounts to the rest of the world. And you can tell just by the look they give each other at the end, they just go, shit.
Mhm.
And like, as much as that's obviously like evil storyline sort of thing, it's the fact that social media has completely taken over this dystopian world.
Yeah.
And that this social media is going to start helping with elections and politics and banking and taxes, and they're putting cameras in houses and stuff. There is one scene where May turns the camera onto a family and accidentally captures them during sex.
Wow, okay.
So, like, but it's kind of that thing of there will be no privacy and everything will be on social media. And it's a very scary thought, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that is...
It's very...
Whoa,
when
okay.
you watch it, you are like, oh my god, is this actually happening to us?
Mhm. I think going on from that, the current societal issues with social media, there are quite a few of them.
Oh,
so
God,
the main one that I wrote down is, the amount of time people are spending on social media, because people are spending hours a day on social media.
If you want an exact answer to that, average person is spending 2 hours 28 minutes, but in our age bracket, which is, not quite our age bracket, 18 to 24, it's 3 hours and 14 minutes.
The thing is, though, I'm very guilty of this. I spend so much time on Instagram.
Yeah.
But that being said, although I spend time on Instagram, I don't post, I don't spend all that time posting and fussing about my posts. I just watch videos and stuff. So obviously it's not good. But one of the things that I found, social media, obviously going to do a lot more of this, and I do have a bigger list somewhere else. But the ones that I found, social media can reduce your attention span. It can create focus and productivity. So it's like kind of good and bad, I suppose. It can cause FOMO, which is the fear of missing out syndrome. Yeah. Because, you see other people doing something like, oh, well, I'm not doing that. I'm missing out type thing. It can make someone become addicted to social media.
I've got a very long list. Do you want me to carry on with positives or negatives?
Well, I've got both, so I feel like we've got them from the same website. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm going to start with negatives and then we'll both do positives, yeah? Yep. So on mine, I've got gives people the anonymous platform to bully online, leads to addiction, as you said. You don't always know who you're talking to. Yeah. At all. Kids are the most affected by this, especially when you look at self-image. Yep. You can definitely overshare your information, and once something's out on the internet, you can never take it back. Where am I? People can easily lie online because there isn't any policing, really.
I think yes and no.
Yeah.
There's not enough, but there is some out there. So, I know of an example, someone posted something to Facebook and it instantly got taken down because it was to do with, I think, nudity or something. But there is not enough out there.
Yeah. It opens windows to hackers because as soon as they know, anything about you, they can get straight into all of your accounts.
Yep. I've had to change my Facebook password before because I feared someone got into my account.
Someone did get into my account. I had to shut down my Facebook profile and open a new one.
Fun.
Yeah. My sister was the first one to see it, and it was all just sex pages, and it was just horrible.
Oh God.
Scammers can find it easy to fool people over email.
Yeah,
especially.
Definitely.
And yeah, as I said, if you put any pictures on the internet, no matter if you do take them down, they're going to be on the internet forever.
Yep.
Because there's always some backed up file where they're saved.
Yep. Adding to this, a few that you didn't mention, obviously you kind of mentioned this and we mentioned it before, cyberbullying is a big issue.
Yeah.
Security issues is a big issue. Reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially in today's society, a lot of jobs that you apply for look at your social media. And if they see something they don't like, then they don't have to hire you.
No.
It's what my parents keep trying to, like, throw at us. Obviously, we're not bad when it comes to posting social media.
No.
But they keep saying, you know, you've got to be careful, like, even just your language type thing. Cheating in relationships, because that's open wide up when you're online. Health issues, because, you know, it affects your mental health and it can affect your physical health. You know, it glamorizes drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the big one is, and it is factual, although we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Social media causes death.
Definitely.
100%. And if you don't agree with that, then you're not living in the 21st century, mate.
No. So, do you want to turn it around and move on to positives?
Yeah. So, advantages. 10 advantages of social media for the society. So, we've got connectivity. So, like what was brought up earlier, it makes it easier to reach out to people. You know, I have family from Scotland. I have grandparents up in Lincolnshire type thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, my mum has cousins in, like, Australia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it just makes being able to contact people a lot easier. You know, on Facebook, although I don't use Facebook that much, I'm a part of fan groups that are, like, Australian fan groups and, like, 911 and The Resident and stuff, like my shows that I watch, fan groups and stuff like that. It helps with education. I know for a fact that is true because, you know, that's the only one I passed my exams. You know, not only the fact that there are websites like, you know, BBC Bite Size and My Maths out there, it's also a case of emailing and all the school set up sites. So, like, we had It's Learning, where, like, you can message your teachers and, like, they can upload work for you and stuff like that.
Now we have Moodle.
Yeah, we have Moodle here at college. It's a way of getting help. One example I know of that my friend spoke to me about is blah therapy. So you can either talk to someone who's not professional and just randomly talking to someone, but it can still be helpful.
Yeah.
Or you can pay to talk to a professional online. Even just venting to someone is helpful. So, you know, it's just, it can make a person realise they need help. Information and updates. So a good example of this is I have the BBC app and I'm constantly getting news alerts. By the way, congratulations Meghan and Harry on baby Archie.
I love how you say that like they're going to be listening to us.
I know, I'm just saying in general. Like, that's one of the recent things I had. It's like, we found out the baby had been born, and then, like, yesterday I was in my room and I just shouted to my dad, "The baby's new name is Archie!" And he was like, "Oh, that's a nice name."
I love how they said the baby's new name as if he had an old name.
Okay, the baby's name, the new baby is probably what I meant to say. Moving on, so promotions. So you can advertise stuff. I know for a fact that the amount of advertisements I see to buy stuff, and the fact that I nearly buy stuff as well.
I bought so many Facebook products. It's ridiculous.
The thing is that a lot of the ones I see are American, so it's like they're like really cheap, and then the postage is going to be like £40. I'm like, no.
It's like,
no thanks.
So much stuff from China. My house is like made in China.
Mm-hmm.
What? No.
Are you good?
Yeah.
For noble causes, so, you know, it can be for donations, helps people quickly. It can be for, you know, social welfare activities to promote, like, charities and stuff like that. Awareness, again, is a big one.
Literally.
It can help government and agencies fight crime. It can improve business reputation. So I know we're not really a business, but obviously we have a business Facebook page and a business Instagram page.
Yes.
So yeah, social media is really good for businesses, especially in this day and age. And then the one that I've got is it helps build communities. You know, since our world is different religions and beliefs, social media helps in building and participating in community of own religions and beliefs. You know, similarly to this,
I love that you said that twice today now.
Similarly to this, people of different communities can connect to discuss and chat about related stuff. That's what I've got. I don't know if you've got anything other.
I think I've just got like 1 or 2 extra. It offers more job opportunities because you can like post ads of job offers.
Yeah,
on
definitely.
social media. It actually offers more job availability because you have to have social media and PR people.
Oh yeah, 100%, definitely.
So it's offering a lot more jobs. Is there anything else? I don't really know. Love this. We didn't have a singing portion last podcast. I've just realised that.
I think that's for you, look, guys. It's probably for the best. Not gonna lie.
Well, when you were saying about news, I think social media is really good for news organisations because we have stuff like the Bedford Independent on Facebook.
Yeah. We've actually worked for the Bedford Independent, guys.
How exciting are we?
I know. Yeah.
My last one. Okay, I do have one. Most social medias are linked to like review websites, so like Trustpilot, TripAdvisor. They're actually classed as social medias because you have people talking on them.
Yep.
So they're really good for businesses and places if you're going on holiday and stuff because they get those good reviews and they can find out what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. So that's really good.
Okay, so coming on from this, I have a thing for 7 different social media platforms. It's the UK social media platform statistics of 2018. So let's start from the top. So Facebook. Facebook in 2018 had 32 million users. You know, it's typically between 25 to 54-year-olds, and it was 60% female.
How many of those users, like this is sound really morbid, but how many of those users are actually dead now? Because there's something like 5 million Facebook accounts of dead people.
Yeah. The purpose that it's got here is building relationships, which I agree with. You know, it's best known for building brand loyalty, I suppose, because a lot in this day and age stuff is over Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I think the downside of it is overcrowded.
Completely. It was meant to be set up as basically a group chat for Mark Zuckerberg and his friends.
And then, so we have Twitter, again, 20 million users, 18 to 27-year-olds typically. It's mainly used for news and blog chats. It's best for public relations. And its downside is you can only have, which might have changed since then, you can only have 140 characters per tweet.
Yeah, it got changed. I think it was 2017 that got changed.
Oh, I don't know.
I know it got increased to like loads, so people are putting full rants on there now.
Yeah. I suppose that's both a good and a bad thing.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't say it's best for like building relationships because so much hate post is put on Twitter. It's all about like who can slag who off the most, and it's really not a nice place to be.
Okay, and then Pinterest had 10.3 million users, typically 18 to 35-year-olds, 80% of them female, which does not surprise me, to be honest.
No, I go on Pinterest too much.
Purpose, scrapbooking. That's what I use. I use it for fan
Literally.
fiction, so I'll go on there and get like room ideas, outfit ideas, quotes and stuff like that.
I've been recently obsessed with wedding dresses, so I have like a massive pinboard of wedding dresses.
It's best known for, you know, the lead generation for visual items, which again we've kind of just said.
Yeah.
The downside is it's images only. It's very specific to a demographic.
Yeah, I guess in a sense it is. Like, I think there's so much on there, whatever demographic you can find what you're looking for.
I always say this wrong. LinkedIn, that's it.
LinkedIn.
That's literally what... LinkedIn. Okay, well, I read it as LinkedIn. It's LinkedIn. Had 19 million users, typically 30 to 49-year-olds. The purpose of it is professional blogs and chats. My dad uses this at work.
My performing arts teacher uses this.
It's best known for bus divisions and B2B businesses. I'm guessing that's like depot to depot, because I know that my dad's company has so many depots, like nationwide, worldwide, I think, nationwide. maybe both. I don't know.
Nationwide is in the country. Worldwide is around the world.
I know. I'm trying to think. I know it's definitely nationwide. The only downside of it is that it's limited interaction.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, someone put it as like the old people's Facebook. Like when it first started, it was really funny.
Yeah. So the next one is kind of shocking in the fact that I would have thought it had more users, but it's more
Snapchat?
open. No, YouTube.
Oh.
So YouTube only had 19.1 million users. It's for all ages, according to this, and you basically search whatever you want. So on here, it's typically you search how to type thing, but you can search basically anything, and you will most likely get a response. It's best known for brand awareness and service industry. So like, there's a lot of promotional videos on there, and like YouTubers making a living out of it and stuff.
Yeah.
The only downside of it is the resources are intensive.
Do you want to know a fun little fact about YouTube while we're on the
Go for
subject?
it, of course.
Do you want to know the year that the first YouTuber reached 1 million subscribers?
Okay.
Have a guess at it.
2008?
2009. Very close.
Oh.
The first one to reach 1 million subscribers was Fred.
That does not surprise me one bit at all.
Not at all.
Okay, so the next one is Instagram. It had 14 million users, typically aged 18 to 29 years of age. The purpose of it is generally building relationships and conversations.
I can even tell you what year it became a thing.
Go for it.
2010.
Is that it?
That is it. It's only been around for 9 years. How stupid.
Because I live my life with Instagram. That's really stupid.
Like, I got it the year it came out.
Mhm.
That's how old I feel right now.
It's best for, it's the lead generation via images.
Yeah.
Because you post images and videos.
Literally.
But it is images and videos only.
Yeah.
Although it's more adaptable now. Like, so if you're posting a story now, you can just post text.
Or you can post, like, send me something, rate this.
Yeah. Like questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's also shocking. So our final one that we have here is
Yeah.
Snapchat, which only had 13.6 million users, typically between 13 and 24 years of age.
Yeah.
Known best for brand promotion. I can agree with that, because the amount of like stories I have on there that are just like, like the satisfying things when it comes to like slime and food and Philip Schofield, you are life. I don't think he realises how much of like a king he is to young people.
No.
If you know, you know. It's best known for, I'll just say that, brand promotion. Best for reaching millennials.
Yes.
And that is shown by the age demographic, I think. And then the only downside of it is temporary. Unless you save conversations, anything else is there for 24 hours. Or instantly gone once you open it, if it's just a snap.
And that was set up in, guess the year, Dharma.
2011?
Woo! You got it! Yeah!
It's only been around 8 years!
Around
that's
8 years. I refused to get it for the first 2 years it was around.
I didn't get it at first.
I thought, this is just going to be a fad. It's going to be stupid.
I just thought it was going to be like a modern version of Skype.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be anything, but when I finally got it, I was like, okay, this is...
And now I have
still...
streaks. I have like a 400-day streak. So.
Oh, my highest is like 200 and something.
Yeah.
Is it alright if I go through some notable events I found on offcom.com?
Go for it, because I'm running out of things I want to say.
I still got loads to say. Are we cool for that?
I'm just going to sit back and let Jess talk, and then I'll just put in my pointers.
As and when. So, I think I'll go with the event and then the products that were launched that year.
Okay.
Because it's actually quite an interesting chart.
Go for it.
So, I've got 2007 to 2018.
Okay.
So, 2007, first Apple iPhone was released.
Holy sh...
I know. And that year, so was Amazon Prime.
Oh my... Amazon Prime's going to be around 12 years?
Yes.
Wow. That both shocks me, but also doesn't.
2008, First commercially available Android smartphone.
What?
You should see her face right now. It's amazing.
This is making me feel old, and I'm only 16, 17 in like less than a month.
And in that same year, there was up to 50 megabits broadband services launched.
The fact that I'm on like...
You're on like 300 now.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got
that's
like,
in our lifetime.
in our family, we've got like one of the highest settings because they've messed us around, and like they just went, okay, we'll give you this. And my dad was like, okay.
Yeah.
For like the same price.
And the products launched that year were Spotify and Amazon Kindle.
I legit use Spotify on a daily basis.
Same. And that was around in 2008.
In fact, let me change that. Hourly basis. I use Spotify like every single day of my life. Like Spotify is my life.
In 2009, I already said the first YouTube channel hit 1 million. That was Fred. And the first person to amass 1 million followers on Twitter was Ashton Kutcher.
Is that the guy from Diversity?
No.
Is that the guy from JLS?
No.
Who's Ashton Kutcher? Is that that actor?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
And in 2009, WhatsApp was created.
See, that doesn't actually shock me. I don't use WhatsApp much. I only use it because my
much.
granddad keeps messaging me on it, and I'm just like, okay, I have to get it then.
2010, the first iPad goes on sale in the UK.
That was only 9 years ago. Wow, okay. Considering I literally live not off my iPad, but I watch stuff on my iPad on a daily basis.
And national launch of fibre to cablenet broadband.
Wow.
Yeah. And in that year, it was the launch of Instagram and 3D TVs.
Wow.
Yeah.
The fact that 3D TVs are as old as Instagram.
So 2011, nothing happened much, just Snapchat. Nice boring year.
Just Snapchat.
2012, we had the completion of digital switchover.
I don't know what that means.
We went digital.
So like all okay.
Pretty much everything went digital.
Okay. Okay, dokey.
And in that same year, 4G mobile service was launched by EE. The first ever 4G service.
Wow. What year?
2012. 7 years ago.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
This one I'm quite... same year, 2012. It was the launch of Candy Crush.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you know what else I remember? I remember the specific advert for it as well. The launch of Netflix.
Wow.
It was a beaver, and he carved out the price of £6 a month in this piece of wood. They were all sitting in a log cabin. It was like some animals. It was great.
Wow, the fact that A, that's not even that old, and B, you remember that.
It's sad. It's sad that I remember that.
Yeah, a little bit.
So 2013, nothing happened again. We just got Chromecast.
Oh my god, I have Chromecast. Chromecast is amazing.
I know. 2014. Oh my god, my mouse is too sensitive. Netflix begins streaming content in 4K.
I didn't even know it did that.
Yeah. And also in 2014 was the launch of Amazon Prime Video and Amazon Fire TV sticks.
Oh, A to Amazon Fire TV stick, although mine broke, but, you know.
Mine still works, and my other one that my dad's got still works.
Mine probably still works. My remote just wouldn't connect to it. And then I couldn't turn it on without the remote, because you can actually get the app to use like your phone or tablet as a remote, but you needed the remote to turn on the the thing, because it wouldn't turn on.
Yeah, it does.
It wouldn't turn on. It was it was literally, it was coming onto screen, so it was on,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like going on, and it was like, please activate with the remote, and I'm like, I can't activate with the remote because I don't have the remote. And then
Yeah.
I think mine just had a bit of a meltdown because I left it unplugged for like 6 months, like not even into a power supply.
Yeah.
So
2015, coming closer. The first ever Apple iWatch.
I feel old, guys.
Yeah, literally.
If you're older, I do. Like, I'm 16. I feel old, so I can't imagine how you feel.
Same year, the Samsung virtual reality headsets go on sale for the first time.
That doesn't surprise me. VR isn't that old, but it has come a long way.
I thought it was like maybe 2017, 18. I didn't think it was 15.
But saying that, in the 4 years it's been out, it's come a long way.
Oh god, yeah. And the product, the social media even, that happened in 2015 was Facebook Live.
I love Facebook Live, man. I don't go on it much. I use Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Instagram Live's better. But
okay. Promo.
well, no, Instagram Live's better in the fact that you can have someone join you on it, and it's very much like Instagram Live, but Instagram Live, the only difference between it is you can have like, so me and Chloe go on Instagram Live like weekly basis.
All the time.
Yeah. We basically video chat ourselves because no one stays.
Yeah.
After like an hour, we're like, do you just want to video chat? Because no one's here. And they're like,
okay. In 2016, Friends Reunited, which was the pioneer of social networking, closed.
Whoa.
And that same year, Amazon Echo was released.
Right. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is actually mad.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
In 2017, Sonos One with Amazon Alexa built in was released.
My friend, right, so I want to get an Alexa or an
Yeah.
Echo, mainly Alexa, but my friend has one, and she left me in her room, and she's like, hey, just feel free to change the song. So I was like, Alexa, can you change this? I was really awkward because I was like, I don't know how sensitive they are, because I was quite close to it.
Yeah. They're not too sensitive. They're a bit stupid. But in 2017, the Google Home was released.
Is that the one where you can like control your lights?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bit creepy. I kind of want, like, I want that, but I also don't because it is creepy. Because it means that you can go in your bed and be like, Google, turn on my lights.
I want those lights that turn on and off when you clap.
Oh, I need to get clappers for my parents' keys. So you can just be like, come on.
Yeah. And lastly, 2018, 78% of adults admit to having a smartphone. And also in 2018, you have the release of YouTube Premium.
That thing's doing my nut in.
I hate the adverts. Please stop.
Yeah, like, you'd think, like, literally every other video I watch, you get the advert, and, so every other video you watch, you get the advert, and I'm just like, you'd think telling them, no, I don't want it once would be enough.
I just want to finish off with some statistics.
Go for it.
Good. So, these are all from Ofcom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just waving, distracted. Which is a British service covering the UK. So on average, in Britain, people check their phone every 12 minutes.
Guilty.
And that sums up to roughly 52 times a day.
Guilty. Depends what I'm doing, actually. I can go a long time without my phone, mainly because I end up losing it.
In the past 10 years, smartphone usage has gone up by 61%.
Guilty.
I think we're all a bit guilty of that one. For the first time, 2018 is when women were spending more time on the internet than men.
Guilty.
You can just say guilty to every statistic I give you.
If I agree with it, yeah.
3/4 of people say that being online helps them feel more connected to friends and family.
Guilty! Considering I have, obviously, like I said previously, I have friends, not friends, I have family in, like, Scotland and stuff. I have friends that have moved away or haven't seen since school. And I have, Chloe, I love you, man. I have a friend who I met online. I have actually met in person. I went with my parents, guys, don't freak out. I went with my mum and dad. It was a really nice day. You know, they made sure she wasn't a serial killer. They spoke to her mum. And then we had a really nice day. We're hoping to do it again soon. But she actually lives up in Coventry. But Yeah, we're besties. If you see our conversations, which we literally speak on a daily basis, yeah, love you.
These next two you probably say guilty to as well.
Probably.
A third of people say they would feel cut off or lost if they didn't have internet access.
I want to say no, but I have to go with guilty.
Is this a new game? We're going to play this every
Guilty,
podcast?
not guilty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be our new thing. Guilty,
Yeah.
not guilty.
50% of all UK adults admit that their lives would be boring without social media. You would need to see her face right now.
I think that my look says it all.
Yeah.
But, guilty. Bit of ASMR there, guys. I've made myself bleed by accident.
Don't do that. 1 in 10 people say that they felt more productive offline and less distracted.
True. That is true.
But how much time do you spend offline?
It depends it depends A, the day,
Yeah.
B, what I'm doing, and C, how I'm feeling.
True.
Because,
very true.
when I'm at college, I don't spend that much time on it. If I'm ill, I'll either spend loads of time on it or no time on it, or it depends, if I'm asleep or not. If I'm at work, I'll be on it in the morning, I might pop on it on my break, but I don't really get good connectivity in my crew room. And then I won't go on it till after. And some days, I'll just go on it first thing in the morning when I wake up, as I'm getting ready, and then I won't go on it till 10, 11 o'clock at night, if that.
True.
So I think it just depends. And it's throughout school, especially my final year, I didn't go on it that much.
I think we're wanted by someone at the door.
I know.
Anyway, last one is 71% of adults say they'd never turn their phones off, and 78 people said they could not live without them.
I mean...
Oh, come on.
Guilty.
Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. Yes.
This is our new game. Guilty or not guilty.
Guilty, not guilty.
I just got a text. So my sister is hovering outside the door, right? And I just got a text from her. I'm bored. She can't even spell bored right.
Where did she put?
She put bored as in board game. At least spell it right, Marjorie. Come on.
Are you just going to tell her that?
I am.
And that's good.
Right. Anything else you want to add? I think we've covered it all.
I think we are good.
I think we're good.
Oh, hold on. I just have one more question for you. I keep thinking of things. In your opinion, I'll give you mine later. How would you say we need to be moving forward with social media? What do we need to do?
I think, A, we need to cut down how much we use it.
Yes, definitely.
B, we need to be very restrictive of what we post and talk about.
Yeah.
C, parents need to be aware of what their kids are doing.
Yeah.
And D, there needs to be more control over what can and cannot be posted online.
Yeah. It's a very good thing. I would say we need to stop creating more new social medias, because that's happening way too often.
Because I have this right. So 3 billion people, which is around 40% of the world's population, use online social media, and they're spending an average of 2 hours a day on it. Sharing, tweeting, liking, updating, blah, 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 blah. That's an equivalent to 500,000 tweets and Snapchat photos shared every minute.
See, it's just ridiculous.
I admit I probably use social media way too much, but I can, if someone says to me, you can't use it or be off it for a day, I probably would be able to.
Yeah.
I'm not at the point where I need it. I'm at the point where I like to be on it because, like I said, I use it mainly to keep in touch. I've met some really nice people over it, Chloe being one of them. And I've spoken to some people who are really nice. I keep in contact with old friends. And, it's helped me rebuild a few friendship with some of my old friends type thing. But then it is also, I've had arguments over it in the past, and I've fallen out with friends over it in the past. I think it's very versatile, and it just needs to be, I think it's an important part of people's lives in the fact that, there's good things about it. But then it's also,
I think it needs to be policed more by
Yeah.
people, so like they can make sure stuff doesn't get posted on there that shouldn't, and they can stop cyberbullying while it's happening.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
definitely.
Rather than like the outcome being people have to die because no one cares.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
what it feels like at the minute.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. I think that is a perfect way to sum this up.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, social media was our one podcast that we weren't sure about, and we felt like we didn't have a lot on it, and we felt that it wouldn't be very good and it wouldn't be very long. And you know, we managed to run on for, bear with me guys, 45 minutes, which is really good.
That's actually really good considering we were so panicked.
Yeah.
It's
So-
actually flowed really well as well. It's
It
been quite a
has.
nice podcast.
It has. I've had fun.
Yeah.
Like, we obviously, this is our last podcast for Unit 8 for college, but we will keep them up, guys. Not going to be as regular, most likely, but we will continue doing Ourtake. I can tell you that for sure.
We've got a new plan. Our teacher suggested this to us, that we post once a month. So we'll create a video at some point soon, as saying this is the date every month we'll be posting.
So you know when to look forward to a new upload, and then you know there will be the occasional time where we upload before that,
There'll
or
probably videos in between.
yeah, or where we have to miss a date, but we will always make up for it, guys. So that has been the end of today's DJ.Ourtake session.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been very good to have this conversation. You know, as always, just a quick shout out to the CC Smugglers, which we're gonna go see in November.
Yeah.
We
In
love you
Cambridge.
guys. In Cambridge, yeah. We love you guys. You're amazing. We hope you're all alright. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back. Thanks for putting up with us.
Completely.
We hope to see you again very, very soon. We love you. Keep smiling, keep laughing, just keep breathing, keep living.
Yeah.
And we will see you again very, very soon. Until then, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Like you've never seen. So listen what I say what I mean. We got legs to keep us dancing. We